Joachim Weckmann says bread is life. That's why he only puts home-ground flour from organic, locally grown grains in his bread. Water comes from his own spring, and additives are strictly verboten. One of Berlin's biggest bakers of organic bread, Weckmann says his commitment is based on a philosophy of life that applies to his business, too.
We use solar energy, collect rainwater, our buildings are insulated, and we use waste heat. We can also show you an environmental balance sheet demonstrating that since 1981 we've been lowering our emissions continually and even have a CO2 neutral operation at the moment.
Every night, some 8,000 loaves of bread are baked at Weckmann's. His customers include major supermarkets, hotels, and organic food shops. Weckmann says it's possible to combine a green lifestyle, commitment to sustainability, and business success.
Ultimately, it's a sustainable business model. Customers are more aware and critical and want to know what they're supporting when they buy something. Do they want to support Monsanto or regional business structures and local trades? Do they want to back Nestle or do something for the farmers in their region?
Germany's Green Party relies on voters like Weckmann, people who are idealistic, successful, and ready to share. The party is planning higher taxes for better earners and a one-time levy on assets greater than 1 million euros. They say everyone would profit from that, especially the middle classes.
Those are precisely the people who depend on public infrastructure that works. Schools that perform well, gymnasiums with sound roofs, and intact public swimming pools. That's what we're trying to achieve. It's not about giving the state more money. It's about rectifying a situation in which we've got extremely high growth in wealth on the one hand, and on the other, a state that's becoming increasingly impoverished.
The urban middle class is one of the Green Party's best sources of support. Many earn above-average incomes and think organic food and sustainable consumption are worth paying for. The Greens conclude they're also willing to pay taxes, too, as long as they're used to promote sustainable policies.
Most think that we can afford things in this category, especially if they're spent on sensible things, namely for more investment in education and working infrastructure.
The Greens' 2013 election campaign will be one based on social issues, which in Germany have traditionally been leftist territory. Some Green Party members say they're worried that could frighten off some voters.
We need investment in education and climate protection, and we've got to approach major asset holders, but we can't burden the middle class too much. I'm skeptical about a wealth tax. It means lots of paperwork and could reduce the fixed assets of small and mid-sized firms. If we can't avoid that, I'd drop the policy.
The Greens are vehemently debating these issues. A one-time levy on assets over 1 million euros is especially controversial. Many say it's anti-business and erodes smaller companies at their base. The Green Party leadership says that's a misinterpretation.
We're not taxing companies' base assets. People are insisting on things that are already in the party's draft program.
Joachim Weckmann's bakery is a mid-sized company that employs 60 people. Politically, Weckmann is a committed Green voter. Higher tax rates on top income brackets, a tax on assets, and other Green tax plans could affect his company directly. Despite that, the Green businessman says he'll vote his conscience because it's the sustainable path.
Either you're politically credible or you're not. That also means that those who are better off must show solidarity with the less fortunate. We're trying that on every level. It means paying taxes and redistributing wealth.
Weckmann's organic bread is more expensive because of how it's made. But quality has its price. That's the message some say the Greens are trying to sell to the voters as well.